What's up everybody, it's your host Clerk Dragoon, and in today's video guys, I want to talk about when things go wrong. When your attack plan goes awry. Right at the beginning, right in the middle, whatever, when it just doesn't go the way you planned it or envisioned it. But yet, guys, you didn't give up and you still got the 3-star. That's what I'm going to talk about today. A little bit long title there. I'll have to shorten it up to ugly attacks or when things go wrong, something like that. But anyway, we're going to start right here, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. So right here was Smelly Jellyhole. He's planning on going in at the queen with a shattered entry. And basically, he just wants to get the queen down, and I think he throws a jump to enter this expo mode to make sure there's no bombs there for his hogs. But this attack goes wrong, and it goes wrong fast. Now, let's take a look at it. And right here is pretty standard, you know, he's just setting up, just grabbing some percentage on the corners, making sure he doesn't forget the huts. Here comes the first golem, second golem. And let's watch, because I'm not sure if it was a wall breaker fell or if just this town hall sucked his queen out. But right in this area here, here's the queen. They need to get that town hall down before he makes... here comes his wall breakers. Oh, there it goes. Right there, guys. Wall breakers went off course and got destroyed by the splash. They weren't even supposed to go into that area. If the hole would have been made here, the queen would have redirected. But being that didn't happen, and so watch. Now he gets the queen down, but he doesn't get what he wanted done in this expo mode. So he started with hogs here, and this is just totally backup contingency. I know at this point Jellyhole is probably very irritated. So right here he's bringing in the rest of his hogs. He's like, oh, I'm just going for it. You know, the CC's a lava hound, which is the most fortuitous thing for Jellyhole at this point, because a lava hound cannot keep up with the hogs. So if those hogs are lucky enough to get rid of that Tesla, he won't have to come back. And there he goes. The golem got the Tesla, and as you can see here, he's poisoned the king, slowed him down a little bit. He's brought in the rest of his hogs. He's got one more heal, and he's just waiting for that bomb to go off, probably just to make sure. Now he's going to go ahead and use it because of the king. But look at there. If there's a bomb now, it doesn't matter. This bomb tower will cause a little bit of an issue, but for the most part, he's got enough cleanup. The queen is still up. The hogs, he's got plenty of hogs to get her done. And we'll just speed it up because it's a wrap. This lava hound is not going to be able to stop these hogs. And there you go. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. It wasn't pretty, but he didn't give up and he got the job done. Well, let's move on to the next attack. Alright guys, and I got another couple of examples of when things go wrong in attacks. Right here, we're going to take a look at Zero Yoshi. And this attack is a TDH. But right here in this attack, you're going to see what happens and what goes wrong. And then you're going to see how Yoshi responds. And he does not give up. And that's the case in every one of these attacks in this video. You just cannot give up, guys. All you got to do when things happen is just adjust and try to do your best to get the 3-star. Never give up or you will never get it. So right here, the walk's going just fine. Yoshi's happy, life's good. He's going to phase the queen here. He didn't want to burn a rage this early, but he's going to have to. And there you go. So right here, Yoshi was probably a little upset going into this because burning a rage that early wasn't part of his plan. Also, I think with that wall break, he was wanting to go into that pocket, but the queen did not cooperate. So right here he broke in. He's going to have access to 3 of these ADs here in a minute, but you guys are going to see something goes terribly wrong. Now pay attention to these wall breakers. Yoshi just slides them in. There's the king battling the queen, and that one healer just couldn't pump her up, and the healers were not in the rage. So the queen is dead. Yoshi doesn't even miss a beat. He throws his king down, and he throws some wizards down, and he starts bringing in his balloons really far away here, but just watch how he drops the hound. He's very belated on it. But look at there. Now the Hound is tanking, and he's going to get that AD, and then he's going to bring in the rest of his balloons here and just kind of move them through the base. They're obviously the Hounds, once this AD is down, they're going to be going to the other one. But he just has to try to move his balloons through the base and get as much protection from the Hounds as possible. So one Hound is popped. The other Hound is now just doing his thing because the King has taken the AD down. So now his balloons are just moving through and his minions are coming back through. And it's not exactly what Yoshi had envisioned here, guys. But ultimately, he got a 3-star because he didn't give up. He had to adjust the plan on the fly. And that's why I wanted to do a video on these types of attacks. I love it. Alright guys, and I got a couple of more attacks here to show you when things go wrong. And these are by the same person. Tyke had one of those wars where he had 2 attacks that went wrong, but he still 3-starred, guys. And he's using the Red Witch attacking method right here. And here he starts out just like your common Witch Slap. You got the witches moving, making the side funnel. But right here, that's going to end up dooming his funnel here, and pretty much most of the important stuff will end up blowing the funnel. Now the Bouts and the Bowlers, see they're targeting. Now they're going to target these defenses and these outer buildings. The Queen is lagging behind the Bowlers, but the Town Hall and the Tesla is next. But the Queen did take the funnel, fortunately, with a couple of Bowlers, so all is not lost in the core. But you'll see right here, Tyke is going to hold his Queen's ability until really late in the raid. Now he does have a Skelly spell, and right now, as this raid is going, I know Tyke is like, be patient, we can still do this. I can hear him thinking it right now. And he's right. You can still do it. Don't give up. Never give up. Well, he's lost his healers here, and that was a concern that I had with these ADs. But by this time in the attack, typically if your core shot is good, they would have been taken out by the core shot. But this one is not the case. He had a lot of trouble here. So he drops the Skelly to redirect the cannon fire, and the Queen is able to creep up. And she takes out the one cannon, and just watch as he drops this Rage, and he gets the Queen going, and he ends up taking out a bunch more defenses with her because she was really almost dead. So right here, the Queen is just doing her thing. He pumped her up a little bit, got some extra DPS out of her, and there they go. She just comes in the clutch, takes out all these defenses that were really tagging her witches and keeping them busy, and now she is a hero. The Queen is an MVP on this attack for sure. We'll speed it up just a little bit because it's just plain up at this point. Queen's back bumped up by the healers, and then they died. So great attack, and we'll move on to the next one because, like I said, Tyke rolled a 6-pack. Both times he used this method of attack, which the Red Witch, guys, is a very powerful attack, even when it goes wrong, and that's what I'm showing you too. Tyke still pulls off these 3s, guys, but now some of that obviously is the attacker's ability to be patient and do what he has to do at the right time. So right here he starts out, I know he's happy, he's like, okay, funnel creation's nice, everything's wonderful, but this is let me just stop right here. This is an issue right here. He's taken out what I call the breadcrumbs. Once this goes down, there's no breadcrumb to lock the Valks into the core. So that is a problem. But they did, but see, as they redirected because that breadcrumb went down, but now they're coming back in. So it's okay. He didn't lose them that time, but it could have been detrimental. But he does lose the Bowlers. Because what happened, they targeted the closer defense, and as the Valks were eliminating them, it pushed them to the side. So as you can see, his funnel is blown by the most important element in this attack, and that is the Bowlers. So right now, Tyke has got to decide when to use rages and heals on the outside of the base, which it was not intended on being used that way. So right here, I think if I were Tyke, I would maybe try to heal those Bowlers, but I'm not really sure what he's going to do at this point. because those bowlers are really getting a lot of work done right now. But here goes this core shot. The king and the queen are going in. He dropped that skelly to deal with the bow. He's got another bow pounding his king right now, but he's going to juice him up. He elects to use the heal on the heroes, and that ends up being a good call, guys, as you'll see later on in this attack. The king is pumped up again. He's just breaking on this wall, trying to get this wall down. Witches are almost dead. That big bomb pretty much fried them. But they're making enough skellies. And right here, here comes the healers in the clutch. They are tanking, or keeping that tanking king up. Queen is going to ease up here and become a hero right quick, instead of a 0 like she normally does at times, and shooting walls. But right here, she clutch saves the king again. Oh, he's dead now. Wow, he lived. Holy smokes. But alright, so let's see, the queen and the king are moving out, and all they got is this left. So if that one witch can just keep them busy for a minute, and she does. Great job, Tyco, on holding it together and getting this 6-pack. And guys, there you go. That's proof. Just hang in there. Keep going. Let's move on to the next. And for my last attack, where things go wrong, guys, it's by Smelly Jelly Hole once again. And guys, in this attack, it was a really, really well thought out attack. And I thought the creativity level in this attack was really cool. And what it is, he's going to do away with this AD with the king and some bowlers in the CC. He's going to quake set this area here so that his queen walk will enter and take out these AD and possibly this bow. This AD is not accounted for, but the dragons are going to come in at the top of the storages and work their way down and take the heroes and the CC, whatever needs to be done. But this attack was very creative, but there again, I think the walk is what screwed him here. The walk did not proceed fast enough, and the drags end up taking a lot of punishment, as you'll see here in this attack. So let's just, check them out. The bowlers are doing their thing. At this point, Smelly Jelly Hole is happy. He's a happy man. But it's going to soon start to turn to panic, especially when the Lava Hound comes over, ties up his queen, and makes it to where the ADs don't get down. So had he had this to do over again, he might wouldn't have used his king's ability, and that way the Lava Hound would not have been pulled right away. It wouldn't have been pulled at all, because the queen walk would not have entered that circle. So yeah, that's stuff that you don't always envision when you're doing these plans, but definitely if you would just allow the king to die, the dragons would have had a smoother route through the base. But here you go, he's going to have to start because of a time issue, so he's got to get these dragons going. Jellyhole's sitting there going, oh my god, come on queen, you got to move, you got to move. So, and he's trying not to burn up every rage on the queen, but so far he has. And he's just kind of, he's hoping, but right here he's got a phaser, and he's just hoping that she'll get in there and start getting some value. And right now she's moving up, but the dragons are really taking punishment now. The bow's engaging them right now. And see, if that queen would have moved further in faster, they would not be taking damage from that X-bow right now. And so now the queen is pathing up. And I'm going to tell you, at the end of this raid, guys, the queen is going to be the hero. So she does save the day. But the dragons are dead. They're going to die. That air defense is peppering them. And mines, and they're all gone. There you go. But guys, at the end of the day, Jellyhole pulls off the 3. Great job, Jellyhole. Excellent attack. Oh, there's a HUD up there. There you go. And guys, that's what I'm saying here. This video I made for you guys just to let you know, all 3 stars at these upper levels with these teams are not always beautiful. They are well planned. These guys do a lot of planning, and their execution a lot of times is on point, but there are, just like in any clasher's life, there are days where things just don't go right. And this video was testament to that fact. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching the fact that a lot of these players are human and do make mistakes. However, they don't give up. They are competitors at a high level, and they keep going until either they fail or they get to 3. But they definitely give it their all. And guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this. And with that being said, I am out of here.